Hello, Anya.
Hi, Anya.
We're here with Anya at Tough Love Record Store in St Leonards, Bohemia Road. Anya is quite familiar with the local music scene, I would say. She has regular in-store gigs on a Saturday afternoon. She knows pretty much all of the local bands. Are you listening to Hastings Rock?
I listen to Matt's show, yes, about local artists.
And you're planning maybe in the future to do your own show at some point?
Yes, Tough Love Records show is on the cards, so coming soon.
Oh, well, we'll look forward to that. What's your music? I'm
a rock metal specialist predominantly and heavy psych, so those are sort of my areas of speciality, I would say, but I'm into all music.
Have you grown up with that or have you grown into it?
I grew into it. My first love was ABBA. So
that's always good to know.
Yeah, and I think it's the foundation of any good record collection. Is
Are you
ABBA.
still going to the parties?
Oh yeah, I've been to see ABBA Voyage, of course. Yeah. I'm still obsessed. They're still the greatest songwriters of all time. But yeah, I developed my taste, just growing up, finding my own way really, because my mum was into jazz and classical, and my dad liked pop music of the time, 80s pop. So I had to find it myself.
Oh, 80s pop's great. You can sing along.
Oh, I loved it. Synth pop, all that dark stuff. I loved it as a child.
So how did you, in this climate, why did you have a store? Why did you feel the need to open a store?
Well, I think there has been a resurgence in the vinyl collecting community. There's definitely been an increase in sales for the past 15 years now, year on year. So it's a growth industry. People are coming back to listen to physical formats and moving away from streaming, and actually wanting to hold a tangible physical product that they can pass down to their children and give, sell, trade. So that's something you can't do with your digital files. So it just felt like a good...
Plus it doesn't have a booklet with it, does it?
No. So you don't know who played on it, you don't know who recorded it, you don't know where it was recorded. So all of that information is really interesting to someone like me. And if you're a real fan, you might be surprised to see the, people playing on records. So it's all that information and also the artwork, which I think can be also really an important part of the package. It's something that you just will only get with a physical format. So, yeah, it felt like the right time.
And are you from Hastings originally?
I'm not.
Why Hastings? How did you get here?
Kind of accidentally, really. I just wanted to leave London because I've been there my whole life and I had enough of it. And I was thinking about moving to Scandinavia. So this was like a pit stop, an interim, and see what happens. Well, it was just cheaper than London. It was just cheaper. The rents were much cheaper than London, because I moved here 8 years ago, so way cheaper rents. So I thought it would be a much better place for me to figure out what I want to do, and then I fell in love with the town.
So you're not on the way through yet, or still?
Eventually, yeah, that's my retirement plan, But right now, yeah, I love it.
Yeah, Hastings is good, isn't it?
It's great.
It's great for music as well, especially. And like I said, you do on a Saturday afternoon, you do a in-store gig, normally a local band playing.
Yeah, not just. We've had bands from Mexico playing, Canada, Japan, all over the world actually. But our focus is obviously being a platform for new, upcoming, a lot of the time unsigned artists, and of course locally, because it's a music town, as you said, and there's a lot of musicians here, and it's nice to be able to give them a space to practice, to meet their fans, and just to get...
And it's always very popular. Every time we've tried to squeeze in, it's busy.
Yeah, well, I keep our events free, and I think that's important, I don't want to have any barriers of entry for people. So, when you come here, then, you can buy their products, you can buy their records, their merch, buy my records. But I don't want to charge entry, and I think, that also helps, that people know that they can come here for free and have a great afternoon of entertainment and not have to spend any money.
It's also a good way to discovering bands, because
Definitely.
a lot of the time we've not heard of the bands, but you pop in and you have a look and you see what's going on, and it's always a surprise.
Yeah, and sometimes for me too. I don't always know the bands, if they approach me, I don't always know who they are, and it's a nice surprise for me too.
Who's your favourite?
So far has been Duke Garwood, who played last year, because he's a personal hero of mine, and I'm really, an integral part of the desert scene and Mark Lanigan's story, who was really important for me. So that was a dream booking.
What's in the planning? Who you're working on?
I've got some good things in the works I can't talk about, but confirmed. I think our next big event is going to be Codex Serafini, who are a band from Brighton. They kind of sound like Goat, so they're like a heavy psychedelic krautrock kind of band, and they're fantastic, and they're going to come and do their album launch here next month.
And you always have a board outside your shop?
Yes.
Stating your upcoming shows for the month or the next 4 weeks or something.
Yes.
So anyone coming past can have a quick look.
Yeah.
And
we also post
on.
it on our socials, on our Instagram, Facebook, so wherever, sometimes posters if I have the time. But yeah, if you can always just pop in and ask as well, and I'll let you know what's coming up, because I might always put it on the board yet, but there's always stuff in the works here.
So what's up in the next 2 weeks?
So next week I've got Sexton Ming, who is a local legend. He lives around the corner, and he's a big important musician who lives in this town. He is playing and doing like his album launch next Saturday, and then the week after, I don't remember. Actually, the day after. Can edit that. Blanked Editions, who are another band from London, and their drummer is actually the drummer in Black Helium, who played here on our record store day. So he's requested to come and play, and they're a band that have reformed after about 20 years. So that's going to be a special one on a Sunday.
It's always nice when people come and approach you, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it works both ways. I mean, the band that I booked last week was because I saw them at a show in Eastbourne and I loved them, and I asked them to play in my shop. So there's many different ways for me to book bands. I find them, I approach them, they approach me. It's reciprocal.
Who's your favourite local band? Have you got one?
I do have one. I shouldn't really play favourites, but Witch Picnic, and they know it, are my favourite local band. I love heavy psych, and but I also know the guys really, really well, and they all play in other bands that I'm all for as well and follow. So yeah, great bunch of guys.
They're definitely an event if you go and see them.
Absolutely.
They look the part.
Yes, I
they
always
dress the part.
always recommend them to people when they want to know what's good in Hastings. Then I always recommend the Witch Picnic or Admiral Sir Cloudesley Shovel. Those two.
Yeah, they've been around a while.
Yes, yeah, it's cool. They're more of an institution.
So what's in the planning for the future? What's your next big step, goal, aim? What do you want?
World domination. No, good question. I definitely want to just continue growing the community that's formed around this shop and the musicians around it. So yeah, just keep going, getting more events, bigger bands. I'm working on getting bigger bands to come and play here. Are you
going to play in your shop?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Squeeze them all in.
Yeah.
Maybe put like a little platform in there or something. Someone lying on top, that would be something.
Yeah, maybe Sexton might do that next week. You never know. He does lots of very weird things. So who knows?
Yeah, we've seen costume changes and yeah.
Yep. Sometimes in the window. Yeah.
So you already said your favourite is Witch Picnic. What's your secret recommendation? What's the next big thing to come out of Hastings?
Next big thing out of Hastings? That's a good question. Yeah, we've got lots bubbling under the surface, but I think the next band that I'd say are ready and have got the songs and they've got everything would be Murderers Are Optimists. I think every time I've seen them live, whether it's at the Fat Tuesday festival that we have or supporting Capici, and
they've got the personality as
they
well.
do, but they also got the chops, and they've got the energy, the attitude. I think they're the next ones.
Watch this space.
Yeah, especially with Capici taking them out on tour. I think that will be a great platform for them to get to a wider audience and play out of Hastings more, because they play regularly in Brighton, but I think it's going to be really good for them, and I'm sure they're going to win over a lot of new fans because they're fantastic live.
They've won me over. They're like,
right.
I mean, I love Kid Capici, but if I had to choose, I don't know, it's probably Murderers Are maybe a little bit more exciting because they're a bit more.
Well, they've got more of a punk edge, you know.
Yeah.
They're a bit harder than Capici, but still in the same, I'd say, wheelhouse musically. But yeah, they're just a bit more of a punk edge to them, which I like.
And why should people listen to music? Why should they come and buy records?
I mean, I don't know how to not listen to music, and I think a lot of my customers feel the same, that music, it's not just an extra in our life, it's an integral part of my life, and all the amazing people I've met have been through music, and the connections I've made, and the concerts I've been to, and the places I've travelled to see shows.
You've got a big wall up there, actually, of
yes,
it's all your tickets, I assume.
They are.
Yeah.
Yes. This is some of my 90s and later shows when you used to still get tickets.
I know. It's a shame you don't get tickets anymore. No. I like leafing through my old tickets and discovering things I've been to I can't remember.
Exactly. I wouldn't remember half of what I went to. It's like, oh, okay, I was there. Yeah.
Well, you remember that.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think you can ever forget seeing Rammstein. No.
Have you got a question?
No, not really. Why vinyl? Why not CDs?
Well, I have both.
Which do you prefer?
I don't. I'm not a format snob.
You're not?
I'm just about the music. So sometimes things aren't released on CD, or they're not released on vinyl, they're not released on cassette, whatever your format. So sometimes I buy the CD because that's the only way to get an album.
And you can play in a car?
Yeah, you can play in the car. I still have my CDs, I've not been well looked after, some of them, and they still look brand new 30 plus years later, because I bought my first CDs
I like to
in
buy
1990.
both if I can.
Yeah, I get both depending on the situation, but sometimes I get vinyl because I need to DJ it, or it's a special pressing that I know has been remastered and will sound amazing.
Yeah.
So for me, it really depends, and I think just from an economic standpoint, I can't own everything on vinyl, even having a record shop. So CDs are still an affordable option. If you want to get more than one album, you can pick up a couple new ones on CD. So yeah, CD is still going strong, and it's not dead yet.
Not yet. Good. Any last words of wisdom? Watch this space. Your show is coming up at some point in the future.
Yeah.
Which we're looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, feel free to come and visit the shop and have a chat about music, because that's what we do here. I'm a music fan that created my dream record shop, and I like to attract those kind of people too. So, yeah.
And you've got all the socials. You've got Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah,
you've got websites.
Yeah, we're on Instagram, Facebook, Tough Love St Leonards. So if you just search us, we'll come up on all of that. We also have our own website. We do mail orders. We do mail orders, and yeah,
You take requests.
I do customer orders. Whatever you want, I will do everything in my power to get you the record within reason.
Okay. Well, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.
And we'll see you soon.
Okay, thank you. All right.